Hello, Greg Haywood here with AEC Cafe and MCAD Cafe at Autodesk 2012, Autodesk University. And I am here with Baskar with CD-adapco, and you are the product marketing manager, is that correct?
Product manager with CD-adapco.
Okay, and for our viewers out here that don't know what CD-adapco is, in a nutshell, 30,000 feet, what is it?
So CD-adapco is a company that helps companies to create innovative products with reduced cost and time through the application of engineering simulation. So we are actually the world's largest independent computational fluid dynamics focused engineering simulation provider of software support and services. So our companies range from anywhere from aerospace to automotive to marine industry to energy sectors, life sciences, chemical process, electronics, mining, as well as buildings, architecture, engineering, construction. So all these companies are actually looking forward to cutting down the use of prototypes, and in some cases reduce the use of wind tunnel experiments, because computational fluid dynamics is known as a virtual wind tunnel for companies that are looking to increase performance of their products. That's kind of in a nutshell.
So essentially we're talking about analysis. We're talking about mechanical analysis. So you have a part and you want to see if it's going to work before you actually build this part. Is that correct?
Well, in a way it's correct, but we do much more than when you say mechanical analysis. We actually do multidisciplinary simulation. So that aspect actually includes the flow aspects. In some cases the parts actually have fluids flowing through them, fluids flowing around them. In some cases parts heat up, like the example that we saw in the keynote session yesterday. Electronic parts, they actually heat up. When they heat up, things warp and things may fail. So the thermal aspects are being considered. You could also do vibro-aeroacoustics. You can do electromagnetics. So we do a lot of different disciplines collectively, and that's why we call it as a multidisciplinary simulation.
Okay, and this basically allows you to test your part or your thing that you're creating before you make it, right?
Exactly. So this is obviously digital prototype, right? So when companies are trying to create something, they don't exactly know how things are going to perform. So with a simulation software that we have, we can take into account all kinds of scenarios prior to actually making a prototype. So hopefully by the time you end up with one of your final designs, you'd have fewer prototypes to actually test rather than testing a whole gamut of different design scenarios that you started with.
So obviously you're here at Autodesk 2012. This is a strong platform, you guys, moving forward with your customers. Which product layer would that fall under specifically with Autodesk? Who are you looking for here?
Great. So we have a number of different offerings, and like I said, our offerings span multiple disciplines. And since this is an Autodesk show, one of the offerings that we actually have is embedded inside of Autodesk Inventor. And the offering is what we call as a CAD client. It's called a CAD client because we offer a lightweight client that sits on top of CAD software. And in this case, it's Inventor. So what it allows companies to do is they could have casual users to begin using simulation. So they can exploit a lot of the advanced capabilities from within Inventor. So the users have the same look and feel of what they're familiar with, which in this case is Inventor. And one other advantage that it provides is because of the fact it's embedded, there is very tight associativity between your CAD software and simulation. So whenever you make changes inside of Inventor, the changes can be propagated into simulation really fast without having the need to start your simulation from scratch. Hey, I removed some holes, I removed some features, now I got to go back and redefine all of my simulation conditions to do simulation. So there is multiple advantages in using a CAD client such as Star Inventor.
So the traditional method of doing it would have been sending it off to, if you're a very large company, you have an analyst team, that their job is to analyze a part to say, is it going to work? For starters, will it fail? Under what tolerances will it fail? This and that. And this product is easy enough to use, built inside of the Autodesk platform for guys that really, maybe they didn't have the degree in that, whatever, but they're able to do it quickly and easily because they're familiar with Autodesk Inventor already, to start testing their parts themselves, to make them smarter engineers, basically.
That's right. So, our purposes is at least threefold, right? We're not restricting these CAD clients to just, designers who are not really doing CFD simulation. We want to provide the flexibility because each and every company is different. And when we typically look at customers from small, medium, all the way to enterprise, the needs are very varied. Sure. And for one, yes, designers can begin using without really worrying about the nuances of fluid dynamics. The second aspect is sometimes even the experts would like to start working with simulation, the geometry that comes from design groups, sure. But they don't want to deal with geometry translation because we all know that geometry translation may or may not yield the right set of geometry that they're looking for. So CAD clients actually offer a tremendous way to cut that down and use the geometry as is natively. Another aspect that actually helps us, because of the fact that our embedded offering is actually directly working with our full-blown offering, users could actually do advanced simulation through the use of Java macros. Now, that might seem like a little complicated for the designers or the casual users, but this is where the experts step in. They are the ones who create these best practices, and they create these Java macros, which in turn can be used from within Star Inventor. So it's kind of a scalable thing. Right. It gives you the flexibility for a user to do whatever they wish to. And one other aspect that comes in handy is we are not restricted to running just on desktops, right? You could run on servers, on public cloud, private cloud. We provide the flexibility. We are actually enablers of cloud computing. We don't actually provide all the hardware, but we got a number of hardware providers, from Amazon to SGI Cyclone to companies like Bull Computing, Penguin Computing. They all work with us, and we have a number of customers who are actually making use of these hybrid cloud environments. Sometimes they work with their own in-house resources, but pretty soon they find out that they want to do advanced simulation, and they don't have the resources, so they want to now do it on the cloud. So what we do is we have special licensing schemes that give you enough flexibility, so you could choose whether you're going to run on your own desktop or you want to make use of the powerful resources, yet not spending too much money.
So when people want to find out more about you, where do they go? Well,
one of the easiest places to go to is our website, which is CD-adapco.com. So it's CD-adapco.com.
Okay. And then they'll be focused into one of your consulting groups or sales groups or whatever in order to find out more information?
Yes, there's all kinds of information. You could reach out to our support, which is unrivaled in the industry. You could find out more information about different industries that we play in. There are lots of webinars, lots of useful data sheets, brochures.
Just a great way to understand more about you.
Yes.
Well, fantastic. Well, you heard it here, and enjoy the show.
Thanks
for stopping in.
Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.